everyone, welcome back to another episode with me, Bellfire, and today we're back in Oxygen Not Included, and I'm going to try and change up the way the cooling pool works some. Let me also... let me see... I have plenty of gold ore. I did not mean for those to be priority. Okay, well, Raik's currently coming to build that, so that'll work perfectly fine. So this is a conduction panel. To my knowledge, it's supposed to help with the heat exchange of water. Or of buildings in front of this conduction panel. Essentially meaning, how would I put it best? The whole point of it is to act as a heat exchange when there is no... It's supposed to be a heat exchanger in a vacuum environment, basically. But I'd say it's doing its purpose perfectly. Actually, wait. The water is heating up, which is pretty much exactly what I wanted. The water, on the other hand, isn't cooling down much, if at all. Yeah, the water's at 50. That's at 15. Whereas the conduction panel's at 53. So it's not doing what I was hoping yet, but it may prove me wrong. And I will say, I think this adjustment to my system may have just saved me a lot of magma. You know what? Melt tile. I can only make it out of iron, apparently, because I don't have enough gold. Let's see if that changes it at all. If it does, then that's going to be perfect. If it doesn't, then... oh well, for the most part. Oh! So that's working for the most part. At least keeping the metal tile the same temperature. Carries liquid, allowing extreme temperature exchange with overlapping buildings. Can function in a vacuum. Can be run through wall and floor tiles. It can transfer heat effectively even if no liquid is passing through. I mean, I think it's cooling down. Igneous rock at incredibly high temperatures, yeah. I don't know how well that's working, to be perfectly honest. Alright, things have dropped below 180. Um... You know what? I truthfully don't like how full the system's getting. So I'm just gonna have everything rest where it was initially. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna get that to work properly. But I think this is working fairly well. Alright, as for this system, or as for down here, all of this is still pretty cool, for the most part. This is an entirely different story that I'm not going to touch on yet. Okay, well there we go. There's all of the copper wire. Tile, yep. A coal. Virtual. Okay. The rock crusher, the electric grill. Okay, so I honestly have no idea why I don't have any extra copper now. I mean, it's obvious why I don't have extra copper, but I don't know where any copper production would be if I were to have any extra. If that makes sense. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably supplement these things' power. At least some. I don't have enough steel for it, though. That's the only problem. But I mean, hey, my food situation's looking pretty good. That's honestly a really good thing to see. Yeah, trying to cool down this entire brick of stuff's going to be difficult. Not impossible, just heavily difficult. Let me open this real quick because I'm honestly curious now. What is the maximum temperature? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what the max temp of these is. Huh. Weird. Plus 200, so your overheat temperature is what? 1,200? I know it's never going to get that hot, but that's good to know. 25 tons of raw igneous rock. Dear Lord. That's a lot. Okay, what to do now? I mean... I think I'm producing enough food. I think. And my water situation's looking really good compared to what it was at, which was almost entirely empty. So, I mean, I could work on taming this. That's going to be annoying. Really, right now, I think I just need to work on my power production. Because right now, yeah, don't get me wrong, I think I have just barely enough power to make it through the night. Let's see. So I'm guessing that was if that was night, that was midday, technically cycle 187 if I'm guessing. But as of right now, the curve seems to, this is again for now, have sort of leveled out. So, I mean, oh, sweep only can be turned off. You know what? I could actually start trying to properly set up my industrial brick. I think I'm going to do that. That's probably the best idea I have right now. Let me go ahead and refine also 50 gold. Okay, looks like we're finally gaining some extra copper. How about iron? Only 157 kilograms extra. Got it. So I think I'm slowly getting to a point where I'm ready to completely redo my power system. That's going to take so long, but it'll be worth it. At least I think. And honestly, if I really wanted, I could definitely just attempt to make a great pyramid of solar panels, which I don't see why I don't, because that might honestly be more efficient than what I currently have. That's just a might be. Besides, I have this system running currently. Let me think. I mean, I could try to bring this out and up. That's just a lot of wire I'll have to run. Not to mention all of the heavy watt conductive plates I'll need to use. Or I should use. Because technically, I'm still good with these, because their max output is 20 kilowatts. How should I play this? I'm honestly not entirely sure. But I do know I should probably start with something along the lines of finishing cooling this area down. That's probably the biggest thing right now. Alright. What's the water temperature looking like? I could change it to copper. Or I could change it to gold. I really wish... So, high thermal conductivity disperses heat because energy transfers quickly through through materials with high thermal conductivity. Between two objects, the rate of heat transfer will be determined by the object with the lowest thermal conductivity. Okay. Thermally reactive. Materials require little energy to raise in temperature and therefore heat and cool quickly. I think that's roughly what I want. I think. Excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll say that's what I want. And just go from there. Alright. Now, let me see. Well, the steel I had is now gone, but I'm pretty sure that's due to the Biobot builder. If I'm guessing. Or something broken needed to be fixed. That's another possibility. Base or temperature-wise, everything's looking amazing. That is good to see. That looks a little bit cold, so I'm gonna say like 18's probably the best. Alright, good to know. So now, let me think. Oh. So many stone hatchlings. Let's just see. There are 10 of them. There are 10 stone hatchlings. And that's not also talking about the amount of eggs. What's wrong with you? Body temperature, 15 to 50. It's too cold? Oh, wow, it is too cold. Huh. That's a problem I did not expect to have. Alright. So, my thought process is, why don't I run this? That's 13 degrees. Whoops. Never mind. That's flowing out. What's flowing in? 11, 24. Warm. Or, actually, cold still. You know what? Where is it? Plumbing. Radiant liquid pipe. I'm actually going to wait till I have a little more material for that. But man, this is... The fact that all of these steam turbines are running full tilt is amazing. Let me think. I mean, one thing I could do is use transformers. So that's 850 watts, right? Each transformer. These output 1,000. So I'll need 3 of them? Or 4. Let me do the math real quick. 850 maximum times 3 divided by 1,000. So I will need 2. 2.5, really. Yeah, 2.55 of them. Or I could just say, hey, and go for the big one, which limits it to 4 kilowatts. But then I'd be restricted to the heavy watt wire. Or just simply be smart about it. Use one of these. 1,000 watts. 2 of them can or one wire can handle 2 of them. Then finish the other line with this wire right here, since that's 1,000 watts. So that would be 1, 2, 3. Or I would flip it. 1, 2, 3. Then these two would connect like so. And then this one would just use copper ore as its output. Then I would drag all that all the way up here. And probably build 2 more transformers and hook them into the main power wire, probably over here. Just to prevent backflow. If that makes any sense. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. If it does, good job. And I will just need... I will need 3. I think. Then just use 1 heavy watt wire to connect all 3 of them. Like so. Then, what I'll go ahead and do... Well, first, I want to figure out... What's the... Max load is 1,920. Well, what I can do for that... Take this... out of some iron, drag it across like that. Then what I'll go ahead and do, at least I think I'll do it. Oh, I didn't realize. I have these two as well, technically hooked up to the same system. Great. That's not good. Okay. So that adds another occasional, how much? 800 watts. So that's 850 times 3 plus 1,600. Then I want to divide that by 1,000. 4.15, so I'll need 5 transformers instead. Three, 4, 5. Or I can play it differently. Break these 2 grids up. Then that would just be 2 here. Or not even, because it's... These 2 combined can't outproduce what this wire can carry. So it would just be this wire. Bring it all the way up. All the way over, hook it into here. Then this one here, still with the setup of 3. Alright, good to know. So I will do that eventually. I'm not doing it now because I don't see the point in doing it currently. Although I am apparently running low on magma. I don't know how... Oh, wait. Probably because the steam down here is only 130-ish. Alright. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, really, right now I'm just waiting for... stuff to cool for the most part, and to be produced. I had an idea. It's not necessarily a good idea, but I had an idea nonetheless. Make more of them. And then go from there. That might honestly be my best bet, if I'm being perfectly honest. This still isn't done being converted to gold yet. Okay. I mean, I don't know how this is possibly struggling when most of it's at 400 degrees. Honestly, changing it down to 150 might help. It should help with saving magma. At least that's the hope. But we'll see. I guess we'll see. Alright. Let me think. I know I'm going to want more ceramics, so... Yeah, the 25 tons of coal. Dear Lord. I mean, that is also a viable strategy for me. If needed, I could always... What's the word? Use coal as a fuel source. Only thing I'd need to worry about then is just making sure it remains cool. But other than that, that should be rather simple to do. I say rather simple. It might not be as simple as I'm making it out to be, but... Only question is, where exactly would I do it? I will say, it is nice having everything instantly deposited into the storage hole. At least on this level. Let me also go ahead and have them clean up a little bit more. Then... yeah, I guess let's go ahead and take a look. So their basic overheat is 75. Depending on their material, it goes up to a maximum of 275. So, probably using gold would be my best. Gold or steel, probably. If I want to make a CO2 plant, then let me go ahead and see you real quick. The larva egg comfort range is from 50C to 140. But I already know that if I want it to be higher, or if I want straight petroleum via the molten slicksters, 100 to 200. Typical lifespan is 100 cycles, so that's 10 kilograms a cycle, so that's 1,000 kilograms per molten slickster. So, I honestly have a lot of industry already right here that I can't really move. Right here, on the other hand, has a lot of rather open space that I could definitely take advantage of. Wait, 5. These are off. No, man, that is irritating. Alright, I'll be back once apparently I fix my mistake. I'll see you all in just a minute. Alright, I'm back, and I just built the designed the general layout of it. Nothing too complicated, but here's the very general layout. So the next step will be to vacuum this area out. Throw maybe... Each one produces 600 watt. My power usage is 9.62-ish. My production... Where is power production? Power use. I'm not sure where power use is. Alright. Well, the battery graph is basically my best friend in doing that. But unfortunately, that's all the time I have in today's episode, so I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that amazing stuff. And I will see all of you in the next episode. Bye, guys.